On this channel, we do tend to specialize a bit on oddball devices, right? Surface Duo is an oddball device. Spend a lot of time on that bad boy. The Galaxy Z Folds and Z Flips are kind of oddball devices. Spend a lot of time on those as well. Phones with keyboards, all sorts of interesting devices, right? And when you're focusing on those sorts of oddball devices, you often run into people who desire to make them even stranger. And I need to make this very clear. I'm not using strange as a derogatory term. I absolutely love this stuff. If you remember, just a few months back, we looked at an individual who took their Duo 2 and attached about 1 million things to the back of it to make it a more powerful gaming system. I thought that was wild, but quite interesting. You may also remember, all the way back about a year ago, an individual posted on Reddit a nifty little project they had undertaken where they had turned their Galaxy Z Fold 3 into what is effectively a full-fledged laptop. That was a pretty darn crazy one. Now, this same person, I actually did not even realize it was the same person until I started going back and pulling up these old videos. But this very same person is back at it again, this time with a Surface Duo, and they have created something that I believe is quite impressive and quite cool. The first thing you're gonna, there's a lot, what will be the first thing you notice? I don't even know. The first thing I noticed was that this was, of course, running Windows 11. So big shout out to Gus for the continued work on Windows 11 for Surface Duo. Here's one individual who has taken that Windows 11 and has ran with it in a really big way. Then maybe your eye was drawn to this keyboard, which I believe is a keyboard that I actually own, but they have, of course, taken it out of the shell that it comes in and 3D printed their own shell for this little keyboard. Absolutely awesome. And looking around to the back side, you can see kind of how this thing all folds up together. This thing acting as a kickstand to allow you to have this vertical monitor situation will flip around and encase that keyboard. And then, of course, the entire thing can just fold up relatively flat. The power of 3D printers, the power of human ingenuity, incredibly impressive. This is just, it's really good, right? Like, the laptop was good, but somehow this feels even more cohesive, even more intelligent, even more elegant of a solution. And the fact that it's running full Windows just makes it even more awesome. So let's scroll down here and see if there's any more interesting information. So this person is asking what keyboard they're using, and they link to this one. I am almost positive that I own this mini keyboard, and it's not great, right? And that's maybe one criticism I could give of this, is that the typing is going to be sort of an awkward experience, but it would be better than trying to type on the screen. So it's better than nothing, right? And for something the size, a keyboard of that size, this is round about as good as it's going to get. Anything else that might add a little trackpad or something is going to be too large. Of course, as they mentioned, Windows 11 on ARM should be via Gus's project, which we've covered on this channel a whole bunch of times. They say that they've actually played Counter-Strike Go on it, which is just such a ridiculous thing that you're able to do. It looks like that's about all the extra information that we're going to see. But guys, I just kind of wanted to bring this to you. It was actually posted 22 days ago. It'll be 23 days by the time you're actually seeing this. And it just kind of slid under the radar because it was posted under the CyberDeck subreddit, which is not a subreddit that I have ever even heard of. So until this was kind of spotlit for me, I was not going to see this stuff. Can we zoom in and see some of the details here? I mean, the 3D printing stuff, like, it's so precise, right? Like, even the little LEDs and stuff are accounted for. That's so cool. It looks like it would be relatively easy to slide the Duo back out of this dock as well and use it like a regular Duo, pop it back in whenever you want it. Just super, super cool stuff. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll drop a link to this Reddit post so that I didn't actually say their name. Zoe Maestra is how I'm going to pronounce that. How terrible of me to have not said it any sooner. I'll drop a link in the description so you can go check out this post yourself. Go give it an upvote, drop a comment, something like that, guys. I'll see you on the next one. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.